This video covers only the tests and performance verifications detailed in the October 2011 release of the Covidien ForceTriad Service Manual. Download a free copy of this instruction manual from the link provided in the description below. This video is a demonstration and should be used for informational purposes only. It is not, nor should it be considered, a training video. Proper training must be completed before performing any of the actions depicted or described in this video. Please remember that some of the actions described in this video can be dangerous if performed incorrectly. Please read all of the warnings and observe proper safety precautions at all times. Required BC accessories for the PM procedure. From the BC Biomedical Standard Accessory Kit provided with the ESU-2400, you will need the active lead, earth-ground lead, dispersive lead, RECQM lead, and a banana jack alligator clip. For this procedure, you will also need from the BC Biomedical Optional ForceTriad PM Accessory Kit the external 200 ohm 250 watt load, cross-coupling jumper, UFP port adapter, cross-coupling lead, and autobipolar lead. The following equipment is required to perform the ForceTriad PM procedure using the ESU-2400. Loading the Autosequence. Starting from the ESU-2400 main screen, press Autosequences. From the Autosequence menu, press Select Autosequence. The Open File filter will show Autosequences Setup .seq by default. Change the filter to show Secure Sequence .ssq. Select the file Covidien ForceTriad PM.ssq and press OK. After the sequence is loaded, the screen will display the list of tests that will be performed. Press the Start Test button to begin the PM procedure. You will be prompted to enter information about the device under test. You can enter information by pressing on the text entry box. You can use the on-screen keyboard, USB keyboard, or USB barcode reader to enter information about the device under test. Press the right arrow to begin the test. General information. Each step in this video corresponds to a step of the Autosequence as detailed by the ESU-2400. At the end of each step, you should review all of the instructions displayed on the ESU-2400. If the device under test passes, then check the box next to Pass and touch the arrow on the bottom right of the screen to advance to the next step of the Autosequence. Should you experience a fail condition, you should verify the connection specified by the step and repeat. If the device under test cannot pass the step, you should contact Covidien Technical Support. Throughout this video, some steps will be described as not requiring user action. During these steps, the ESU-2400 is running automated tests, communicating with the ForceTriad, and triggering events to collect data, dramatically reducing the time required to complete the PM. Some of the outputs on the ForceTriad offer multiple potential connections. We will be using the following. The monopolar 1 and 2 outputs use only the leftmost tine. The bipolar output uses both the left and right tine. The Ligature 1 and 2 outputs use only the leftmost and rightmost tine. Physical inspections. Step 1. Inspecting the foot switches. Remove foot switches. Inspect connectors for damage or corrosion. Inspect foot switches for damage. Reconnect the foot switches. Enter Demo mode by pressing the wrench icon and then Enter Demo. Trigger monopolar and bipolar foot switches to verify acknowledgement. Connect a Ligature handpiece to the Ligature 1 port. Trigger the handpiece and verify acknowledgement. Connect a Ligature handpiece to the Ligature 2 port. Trigger the handpiece and verify acknowledgement. Remember, after each step you should review all of the instructions displayed on the ESU-2400. If the device under test passes, check the box next to pass and touch the arrow at the bottom right of the screen to advance to the next step. Step 2. Inspecting the power cord. Turn off the system. Remove the power cord and ensure that it is unplugged from the wall receptacle. Inspect the power cord for damage. Reconnect the power cord. Step 3. Inspecting internal components. Ensure that the generator is off. Remove the 4 screws that secure the cover to the chassis. Slide and lift the cover off the chassis. Verify that all internal connections are firmly seated. Step 4. Inspecting the rear panel. Check the rear panel connectors for obstructions or damage. Check for a secure fit by inserting the foot switch connector into each receptacle. Remove the fuse and verify correct voltage and current rating as stated in the service manual. Step 5. Testing the system. Turning on the system initiates an internal self-test. The self-test checks the speaker, indicators, and displays. Step 6. Inspecting the front panel. Check the UFP port for obstructions or damage. Check for a secure fit by inserting the UFP adapter into the receptacle. Verify that the UFP tab becomes active. Check the bipolar port for obstructions or damage. Insert the bipolar cable into the port to verify a secure fit. Verify that the bipolar tab becomes active. Check the monopolar 1 and monopolar 2 ports for obstructions or damage. Insert an electrosurgical pencil into each port to verify a secure fit. Verify that the appropriate tab becomes active for each. Check the patient return electrode receptacle for a broken pin or an obstruction. Check the Ligature 1 and Ligature 2 ports for obstructions or damage. Insert the Ligature instrument into each receptacle to ensure a secure fit. Verify the corresponding control panel becomes active. Step 7. Verifying the audio. Connect a hand switch to the monopolar 1 port on the generator. Enter Demo Mode. Activate the cut output from the hand switch. Rotate the audio knob on the rear of the generator from high to low volume. Verify that the audio is active and distortion-free. Step 8. Testing the low voltage power supply. For this test, you will need a digital multimeter set to DC volts mode. Connect the multimeter's negative test lead to TP82 on the RF board. Connect the multimeter's positive lead to TP81 on the RF board. This should read within 5 to 5.20 volts DC. Connect the positive lead to TP83 on the RF board. This should read within 11.4 to 13.2 volts DC. Connect the positive lead to TP90 on the RF board. This should read within negative 12.36 to negative 11.64 volts DC. Disconnect the test leads from the generator and reinstall the cover. Cycle power on the generator, then connect a serial cable from the RS-232 port of the ESU-2400 to the RS-232 port on the back of the generator. Verifying REM. Step 9. Verifying REM. Connect the REM cable from the generator to the ESU-2400 dispersive ports. Then press the Run Autosequence Test button. Steps 10 through 15 do not require user action. Cross-coupling. Step 16. Monopolar 1, cut, cross-coupling. You will need a non-inductive external 200 ohm 250 watt resistor for this test. Connect the ESU-2400 dispersive 1 lead to one end of the external load. Connect the other end of the external load to the monopolar 1 output of the generator. Connect the REM port of the generator to the active port on the ESU-2400. On the ESU-2400, select the Show Meter button and then press Capture. Step 17 does not require user action. Step 18. Monopolar 2, cut, cross-coupling. Move the short jumper lead from monopolar 1 to monopolar 2. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Step 19 does not require user action. Step 20. UFP cut, cross-coupling. Connect the UFP adapter to the UFP port. Move the jumper test lead from monopolar 2 to the UFP adapter. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Step 21 does not require user action. Step 22. Bipolar cut, cross-coupling. Remove the short jumper lead from the UFP adapter and connect it to the left-tying bipolar port. Remove the UFP adapter from the UFP port. Remove the cross-coupling lead. Connect the right tine of the bipolar port to the dispersive 1 port on the ESU-2400. Connect the ESU-2400 active lead to one end of the external load. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Step 23 does not require user action. Step 24. Ligature 1, cross-coupling. Move the short jumper lead from the left tine of the bipolar output to the left tine of the Ligature 1 output. Move the dispersive lead to the right tine of the Ligature 1 output. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Step 25 does not require user action. Step 26. Ligature 2, cross-coupling. Move the dispersive lead from the Ligature 1 output to the right tine of the Ligature 2 output. Move the short jumper to the left tine of the Ligature 2 output. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Step 27 does not require user action. Power testing. Step 28. Monopolar 1, cut, pure 300 watt. Connect the monopolar 1 output to the ESU-2400 active port. Remove the resistor, the short jumper lead, and the dispersive lead. Connect the REM port to the dispersive 1 and dispersive 2 ports. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Steps 29 through 32 do not require user action. Step 33. Monopolar 2, cut, pure 300 watt. Move the active lead from monopolar 1 to monopolar 2. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Steps 34 through 35 do not require user action. Step 36. UFP cut, pure 10 watt. Connect the ESU-2400 active lead to the UFP output using the UFP adapter. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Steps 37 through 47 do not require user action. Autobipolar function verification and power testing. Step 48. Autobipolar. Disconnect the test leads in the UFP adapter from the generator and the ESU-2400. Enter autobipolar mode by pressing the Tool button on the generator, then Setup and Features. Make sure the autobipolar option is checked. Return to the main screen by pressing the green back arrows. When the system is in autobipolar mode, a green button labeled A appears in the middle window of the generator. Set the bipolar power to 20 watts. Verify that the autobipolar function is available in the low, macro, and standard bipolar modes. Verify that the power setting does not change when the auto button is active or inactive. Step 49. Autobipolar foot switch mode. Connect the foot switch or foot switch simulator to the back of the generator. Use the autobipolar lead to connect the bipolar output of the generator to the ESU-2400 active and dispersive 1 ports. Activate the generator with the foot switch or foot switch simulator. Verify RF generation occurs. Verify that RF generation continues when the foot switch is released. Disconnect one of the test leads from the ESU-2400. Verify that RF generation stops. If RF generation stops, reconnect the test lead to the ESU-2400 and then press the Pass checkbox. Steps 50 through 64 do not require user action. Ligature output testing. Step 65. Ligature 1, 1 amp. Remove the autobipolar lead. Connect the 2 outer tines of the Ligature 1 output to the ESU-2400 active and dispersive 1 ports. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Steps 66 through 67 do not require user action. Step 68. Ligature 2, 1 amp. Move the active and dispersive leads from the Ligature 1 output to the Ligature 2 output. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Steps 69 through 70 do not require user action. Leakage testing. Step 71. Ligature 2 left tine leakage. Remove the cable connected to the ESU-2400 dispersive port. Connect the ground lug on the rear of the generator to the ESU-2400 earth ground port. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Step 72. Ligature 2 right tine leakage. Move the ESU-2400 active cable to the right tine of the Ligature 2 port. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Step 73. Ligature 1 left tine leakage. Move the ESU-2400 active cable to the left tine of the Ligature 1 port. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Step 74. Ligature 1 right tine leakage. Move the ESU-2400 active cable to the right tine of the Ligature 1 port. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Step 75. Bipolar left tine leakage. Move the ESU-2400 active cable to the left tine of the bipolar port. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Steps 76 through 77 do not require user action. Step 78. Bipolar right tine leakage. Move the ESU-2400 active cable to the right tine of the bipolar port. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Steps 79 through 80 do not require user action. Step 81. Monopolar 1 leakage. Move the ESU-2400 active lead to the Monopolar 1 output. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Steps 82 through 85 do not require user action. Step 86. Monopolar 2 leakage. Move the ESU-2400 active lead to the Monopolar 2 output. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Steps 87 through 90 do not require user action. Step 91. UFP leakage. Connect the ESU-2400 active lead to the UFP output using the UFP adapter. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Steps 92 through 95 do not require user action. Step 96. Patient return leakage. Remove the UFP adapter and active lead. Connect the ESU-2400 dispersive ports to the REM port using the RECQM lead. Select Show Meter and then press Capture. Steps 97 through 100 do not require user action. Step 101. Low-frequency leakage. Using an electrical safety analyzer, perform a full electrical safety test. Follow the instructions on the ESU-2400 screen to perform the required leakage and ground resistance tests. Step 102. Valley Lab Exchange. Dock the ForceTriad to Valley Lab Exchange to log any changes to the system. The ForceTriad Energy Platform User's Guide contains instructions for docking to Valley Lab Exchange. Check the appropriate pass or fail checkbox based on the status of the Valley Lab Exchange, and then press the right arrow to show the test results. The test can be printed out or saved. Note: .pdf files cannot be viewed on the ESU-2400. .tst files can only be viewed on the ESU-2400. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or would like more information on the ForceTriad PM procedure using the ESU-2400 Autosequence, please contact us at 1-314-638-3800 or email us at sales@bcgroupintl.com. If you would like to know more about the ESU-2400 or any of our BC Biomedical products, please visit our website at www.bcgroupintl.com.